Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for April 2025 for each life path number. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general reading. If you would like your own personal numerology reading, please book some time with me. My information's in the description box below. I would love to work with you. All right, let's take a look to see what April has in store. Life path number 6, you are going to be working with the vibration of the 19-1 for April. So when the 19-1 comes in a cycle, it's actually really benefic, really beautiful energy. It can really highlight love. So this could be a time where you meet someone who has a deeper soul contract or deeper soul connection with you. This is a time where if you're already in a loving romantic relationship, this can take that relationship even deeper or to the next level to some degree. But this is soulmate type of energy when it comes in a cycle. So it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can absolutely be like a friend or a pet or just a loved one that comes in who you feel that deeper soul connection with. That is very, very possible at this time. And it's also, again, a great cycle to take those deep, loving relationships further and to the next level. So beautiful energy there. This is actually a great energy to get married in. So if you're getting married in the month of April, this is a beautiful, supportive energy for that can indicate some kind of course, new beginning, but also longevity under this energy as well is very, very possible. This energy brings in the potential for rewards. So this can be a time where obstacles are easily overcome, or you're at that finish line, right? Like there's something you've been working on, something you've been pursuing that's been rather difficult. And this month you can kind of get to that completion point and be able to celebrate that. So it can bring closure in that sense as well. So closure of some chapter, beginning of a new chapter. The 19-1 is all about new beginnings, fresh new starts, new perspectives, and new ways of looking at things or approaching things. So definitely, I would not be surprised if you see new beginnings at this time, new opportunities come in for you at this time. This is a time to really lean into it and overcome the fear that you might have around this new beginning or the cold feet that you might have around saying yes to whatever this is, this new beginning, because for some of you, it could be quite significant. So you might get a business opportunity that requires you to move across country or to move to another country or something like that. So it can bring in a significant life-altering new beginning. And there can be, some hesitation there, reservations there before saying yes. But this is a time where you can know that the new beginnings that come in for you this month, especially if they feel aligned, right? You always need to kind of check in with yourself. But if they feel aligned, this is such a supportive energy that I don't think you can go wrong. The other thing I would say is it will likely require you to tap into your courage and your faith and to know that, no matter what you decide to do at this time, no matter what the consequences of that is, you're going to be able to handle it. You're going to be able to come back from it. So let's say you take, an opportunity comes in for you. And though, like I said, this is a very benefic energy. So I'm pretty sure the majority of the opportunities that come in for you at this time are going to feel good, are going to feel aligned, are going to be supportive, but it's also life. So there can be those opportunities that come in that, are a lesson. And even if we say yes to those, we're going to learn the lesson. We're going to come back from it. We're going to make different decisions moving forward. So there is no real wrong decision here. But I would definitely say, check in with yourself, make sure it feels good, make sure that if the only thing stopping you is fear, then find a way to face that fear and overcome it. Because in a 19-1 cycle, if we say no to something because we don't feel worthy or we have fear around it, a lot of sort of regret can come from that. and a lot of resentment. So, don't be the reason why you resent your experience. Pay attention to what comes in. And if it's an opportunity for a new beginning that excites you, even if there's fear of the unknown, if it excites you, say yeah and explore it and see where it takes you. Because you can always change direction. You can always change direction. This is a very good, fortunate type of energy, especially for material affairs. So you could definitely see, opportunities again for promotion, for financial growth, for investment, for connecting with someone who is financially sound and secure, and that, can benefit your situation as well. I'm not saying, go looking for that, but that's very possible under this energy that you could meet someone who enhances your finances in some way. It could also be a business partnership or an inheritance. That's also possible. With the 9 also, because that 19, right? That 9 energy can signify endings, closure, completion, things falling away. And so, for some, it's possible there might be an ending. Someone might pass over at this time, leaving you an inheritance, but that inheritance is an opportunity for a new beginning for you. And so see it for what it is and the gift that it is and use accordingly. This can definitely bring in some kind of opportunity for greater freedom, for feeling like rejuvenated and free to express yourself and start new in some area. So again, if there's areas of your life that just feel stagnant and feel overgrown, like you don't fit there anymore, this is a great month to take the initiative, because you are at the center of all this. None of this happens truly without you. So you got to take the initiative. You got to put in the effort. You've got to show up. You've got to say yes. You've got to make the decisions to move forward, etc. And so it doesn't happen without you. But if you can do that, then this period can bring in brand new starts, bringing much needed freedom, breaking free from what's been holding you back, what's no longer serving you. And can be really powerful. Your energy, your drive, your ambition can be running high this month, kind of urging you to, step out from, again, that comfort zone, that warm, fuzzy blanket that's been kind of keeping you nice and feeling secure and safe, but hasn't really been serving you. Be independent, take a chance. Definitely an opportunity for taking risks, taking a chance, saying yes. So really love this. I love the powerful energy behind this vibration, because it's such a life energizing force that you could really feel motivated and like really amped to, start on this new chapter, start in this new direction, and without feeling like there's a lot kind of holding you back. So, and this is going to sound like, kind of talking out of both sides of my mouth here, but I would also say just be really careful about being overly impulsive. Like, make sure you do your due diligence, of course. Be careful about, just something coming in and only seeing it at surface level and immediately saying yes. Make sure you, again, come back to yourself, check in, make sure that it feels aligned for you, that everything makes sense. Then go for it. Take the risk. Okay. And like I said, you'll likely see great rewards from that. Okay. I pulled an animal wisdom message for you. And you got salmon energy. Also interesting, because salmon, every year by instinct, they go back to the place where they were born, right? To spawn and to have their own little babies, a little fishery. And so there's something here about instinct, intuition, following your inner guidance. And again, I go back to that not being too impulsive, but coming back to your own inner guidance system, because that's going to be your best indicator for what's right for you in this moment. Even if you don't know how the future is going to play out, even if you don't know how taking that risk is going to turn out, come back to yourself, come back to that intuition, because it's going to be your greatest indicator and your greatest guide. And the other thing is, with salmon energy, is that energy of keep going, right? Like, you might have to swim against the tide for a little bit, but this 19-1 energy promises that it'll be worth it. You will reach the promised land, so to speak. And so, like with salmon energy, they've got to swim against the currents. They've got to face tremendous obstacles to get to their spawning ground. And, some make it, some don't, etc. But it's a, they've got to keep going. They're instinctually driven. And so there's something here for you all this month where it would be easier to give up, but in giving up in whatever this is going to feel worse than if you continue to persevere, because the rewards are waiting on the other side of that perseverance. So keep going, especially if your heart's in it. And again, especially if it feels aligned for you, keep going. It's going to be worth it, especially if you initiate it under this 19-1 vibration. Again, this is a vibration for a new beginning, new start, fresh start. You might not know what's on the other side, but it's going to be worth it, no matter how it turns out. All right. Hope it's a great one. Take care, 6s. Bye for now.